10 principles of Arya Samaj, and today we are going to conclude the whole thing, the entire series, the remaining two, the principles number 9 and 10. As we noticed, the first five principles guide us to become a noble, good human being, an Arya who is Ishwar Putra, who is child of God, like father, like child. So he obeys, he just does everything in the world to make Ishwar happy. As if these are expectations from Ishwar, is it not? Just like in your household, you do things that are expected from you by your mother and father. So as you are growing, you will get another connectivity that I want to do things that are expected from me by that supreme mother and father whom we call Ishwar, is it not? Then principle number 6 was we join hands with like other noble people for sansar ka upkar kar, for the good of the entire world, humanity and all animals, birds. We want to do good for everybody, is it not? And then principle number 7 was that we want to, in such interactions, as we come along, we want to be bonded by pure love, is it not? We don't want to be, you know, we want to be properly well connected by love so that we form a nice team to do good work to others. And in focus is always on, that was the last principle number 8, avidya ka nash or vidya ki vrit. If we remove ignorance, there will be no pain and suffering in the world, is it not? So the primary objective of Ayasmaj is to raise awareness of good, correct scientific knowledge. Not just about material science, but about who I am, who made the world, and what am I going to do here, so and so. So let's look at principle number 9 today. Yeah. So principle number 9 says, none should remain satisfied with his own elevation only, but should incessantly strive for social upliftment of all. Realize one's own elevation in the elevation of others. In Hindi, it goes like, सबकी उन्नति में अपनी उन्नति समझनी चाहिए. Very short sentence will be, if others are making progress, I should consider it as if my own progress, is it not? So if I see my neighbor, my friend, they are elevating in their day-to-day life, they are progressing physically, intellectually, and in all other domains, then that should give us pleasure, is it not? And indeed, that is very natural. If you have a brother and sister in your family, if your brother or your sister does something good, you feel good, is it not? Because you are bonded with them with love, is it not? So this is a sign of love that yes, I don't be jealous about others. I am not envious about others. So let's look at what is jealousy and how not to get jealous. If somebody is getting something, I should feel good about that. And I can say, like this child has a birthday gift, the other child can have many options, but he can think with a positive attitude. Yes, I also have my birthday once in a year. Like today's my brother's turn. but I also have my birthday. So on any given birthday, that child gets the focus, gets certain gift, etc. And I also get such a turn, is it not? So isn't it nice that I can have fun on his birthday too, is it not? I have fun on my birthday, and I can have fun on his birthday also. I may not have gifts, but will have food and fun, is it not? So this is a positive attitude that I should not be overcome by jealousy. I should make a positive attitude. Just like smile is infectious, happiness too is infectious, is it not? When somebody is happy, when you look that person, that makes you feel also happy. I am smart if I can derive happiness from his happiness, is it not? From others' happiness. So, we want all to be happy. And if I see somebody joyous and happy, I should also feel good, is it not? That way we are multiplying it, is it not? So that is what the ninth principle of Samaj is telling us and is guiding us. If we can convert jealousy into inspiration, if somebody has made some accomplishment, some achievement, we should not feel jealous, but we should say, I can also do this, is it not? So this can be a a positive possibility of positive inspiration, rather than being getting down with jealousy, etc. So principle 9 basically underlines that same thing that we talked previously, love. It presents practical benchmark to principle 8. What is it saying? When you achieve something, who is very happy other than you? So if you ask yourself, the day I come return from school, and when I say I achieved something that was, you know, recognized in my class, then that makes many people feel good. Who are they? Your mother, your father, your teacher, your brother, sister, all those who love you genuinely, they will feel good that yes, you have achieved something, is it not? So, in the same manner, if you want to know whether you love someone or not, what is the benchmark? If you love someone, then that person's progress will make you feel good, is it not? So, if you feel good in seeing somebody's progress, that is a very positive sign that you really love that person, is it not? So that's what love translates. If you love somebody or if somebody loves you, both feel good in each other's progress, is it not? So this is what principle number 9 is saying. When we form a team, we work together, but if somebody achieves more, I should not feel bad or jealous about it, but I should take it as inspiration and I should also feel good about that. That takes us to principle number 10. Principle 10 is all persons ought to dedicate themselves necessarily for the social good and the well-being and subordinating their personal interest while the individual is free to enjoy freedom of action for the individual well-being. This principle is balancing the life because whenever you join an organization, you form an organization, there are certain rules. hmm, But those rules are good for the whole society, whole community, is it not? And I am also part of that community. So I should feel that these rules are good. They are not really forcing me to do something bad. Indeed, they are forcing me to go in the right direction. So if there is a social good, that means good for everybody. But then the rules should not be made excessively, is it not? We should not make excessive rules that personal freedom or personal liberty is also taken away. So there has to be a good balance between what are the rules good for the social good. The social good is very important and the well-being of the whole community, but without harming my personal interest, my freedom of action, is it not? So that individual well-being should also be taken care of. Indeed, every individual put together becomes a community, becomes an organization, becomes a society. So if you want good for the whole society, it should, of course, include good for every individual also, is it not? So this is a good principle which draws a line how much rules we should make without harming somebody's personal freedom, somebody's personal interest, is it not? For example, you live in a house and your mother has formed some house rules, is it not? Those house rules are basically for your own good, is it not? Your mother may say, you can watch TV every evening, say 6 to 6:30. So that is a house rule. And you get a chance to watch TV. But then you also have personal freedom. During that time slot, you can watch any TV channel that is meant for the children that you like. You may watch a story, you may watch a cartoon, you may watch a Discovery channel, you may watch a news channel, whatever you like it, is it not? Your personal freedom is still there, you know. So this is kind of an example that an organization, like your home is also an organization. So an organization has certain rules which we ought to follow, but those who make the rules of the organization, they also have a responsibility not to be too hard and fast, is it not? So like for example, another rule, maybe you get some fixed pocket money if you are a teenager every weekend. So that amount is fixed by your parents, is it not? But you have a freedom. You can spend it the way you want it, is it not? If you like to buy a particular thing over many other things, you go and buy that particular thing, is it not? So you have some fixed pocket money amount that is fixed by your parents, but then you have a freedom how you want to spend it. So in the same manner, you are attending Sanskriti school or even regular schools, is it not? There are some school rules, you know. I must come every Sunday morning by 9:40. So this is so that the assembly can take place at the right time. Then the whole school, all the classes can function at the right time. So this is a rule so made by Sanskriti school. But then how do you reach Sanskriti school? That is your personal choice. You may be dropped by your mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, any neighbor. Oh, there are so many possibilities that you decide at your convenience, is it not? You come by a car or you come by your neighbor's friend's car. You know, all those, how you come, that is your choice, is it not? I must choose one elective subject. So the third period is dedicated in Sanskrit school to an elective subject. But you have a choice. You can choose music, dance, yoga, Vedic math, tabla, etc. Is it not? So there is always some rules are put upon us. We have to follow them. But within those rules, we have a lot of choice. Like Arya Samaj expects everybody to be vegetarian, is it not? We don't want to harm any animal or bird. Nothing to talk about their killing for our food. That is wrong, is it not? But then Arya Samaj doesn't say you have to eat chapati or rice or this or that. That is your choice, is it not? As long as you are eating vegetarian food. So this is what, whenever we form an organization, for organization to function properly, for the overall social good, we have to, that organization has to form certain rules, but the rules should not be excessive that they take away your freedom. You should also be given a lot of room where you have you can exercise your personal choices, is it not? So we have discussed 10 principles of Arya Samaj. They, if we follow them properly, they will ensure that I am a very good human being, and not only that, I can join hands with a lot of people. That's what, some 25 years ago, a number of people under the leadership of Dev Mahajanji, they came together and they said, let's have Ayushma Houston. And now Ayushma Houston has regular Montessori school for adults, so many satsang and classes, and for little children, they have Sunday school, our Sanskriti school. So all these are functioning under certain rules, but then the rules are not excessive. A lot of room is there for your personal choices. That was our discussion on 10 principles of Arya Samaj.